In a nation where every word carries weight, where a single statement can ripple across airwaves, streets, and living rooms, one voice has learned to navigate the fire, bold, calculated, unshaken. This is the journey of Malik Basintale, a communicator forged in pressure, shaped by conviction, and defined by the fierce debates of Ghana's political arena. Behind the cameras, he is one man. Before the nation, he is a force. This is the story of how that force was born. Chapter 1. Origins. 145-430. Narrator. Every voice has a beginning, and his began far from the lights of television studios. In his early years, he wasn't just another student or observer. He was the one listening deeply, questioning boldly, and challenging ideas long before microphones found him. The community around him shaped his discipline. The environment shaped his resilience, and the world around him gave him something to stand for. Those who knew him then remember the signs clearly. A mind that never settled for easy answers. A voice that refused to disappear into the background. A young man already preparing himself for something larger than he could fully understand. Chapter 2. Entering Politics. 4:30, 7-30. Narrator. Politics in Ghana is no gentle arena. It demands clarity, courage, and a readiness to confront the unexpected. When Malik stepped into this space, he entered not as a spectator, but as someone determined to master the language of power. He learned quickly. He adapted sharply, and with every interview, every press briefing, every heated moment, he sharpened his voice. Suddenly, he was more than a name within party structures. He was the young communicator who could turn tension into opportunity, conflict into clarity, and criticism into fuel. Some praised him. Some questioned him, but no one ignored him. Chapter 3. The style that made him stand out. 7:30, 11:30. Narrator. In the world of public communication, style is strategy, and Malik's strategy is unmistakable. He speaks with measured confidence, blending assertiveness with control, directness with intention. Listen closely and the patterns reveal themselves. The calculated pauses, the precise choice of words, the immediate command of facts, the ability to challenge without hesitation, the sharp turn from calm reflection to fiery authority. His delivery carries weight because it is crafted, not improvised. Deliberate, not accidental. Within minutes, he can dominate a conversation, not by shouting over others, but by controlling the narrative itself. Chapter 4. Moments that changed everything. 11:30, 15:30. Narrator. No public figure rises without defining moments that thrust them into national attention. For Malik, these moments arrived through intense exchanges, viral clips, and public debates where every sentence mattered. When the spotlight turned toward him, he stepped forward instead of stepping back. When the questions grew harder, his voice grew stronger, and when critics tried to drown him out, he answered with even greater clarity. These moments did more than shape opinions. They elevated him. Across media platforms, commentators debated him. Supporters praised his fearlessness. Critics challenged his tone. But whether the reaction was admiration or controversy, each moment carved his presence deeper into the public consciousness. He had become a central voice in the national conversation. Chapter 5. Behind the Fire. 15:30, 17:30. Narrator. But beyond the headlines and the heated exchanges lies another side, a quieter, calculated world that few get to see. Behind the scenes, Malik is not the fiery speaker seen on television. He is deliberate, focused, absorbed in preparation. Late nights spent reading, early mornings researching, pages filled with notes, strategy briefs, and talking points. Here, in the silence, he builds the clarity he displays in public. Here, the arguments are structured, the messages refined, the confidence rebuilt. What the world hears in minutes is crafted in hours, and the calm behind the fire is where that transformation happens. Chapter 6. Influence and the Future, 1730-19. Narrator. As Ghana's political landscape evolves, so does the nature of communication. And in this shifting terrain, Malik stands as a figure shaping a new direction, one defined by sharper messaging, stronger media presence, and bolder engagement with the nation's youth. He represents a generation refusing to stay silent, a generation that speaks with intent and listens with clarity, a generation ready to challenge the traditional boundaries of political discourse. Where his journey leads next is still unwritten, but his influence is already a part of the country's evolving narrative. Closing. The Voice in the Fire, 1920. Narrator. In every political era, certain voices rise above the noise, voices that provoke, inspire, challenge, and redefine the conversation. Malik Basintale is one of those voices, sharpened by adversity, strengthened by conviction, sustained by purpose. His story is not finished, his voice is not fading, and as the nation continues to debate, question, and listen, he stands in the center of the fire, unwavering. This is not just the story of a communicator, it is the story of a man whose voice has become impossible to ignore. Fade Out. Title: The Voice in the Fire.